Good morning, everyone. It's time for our devotional and reading from 365 Truths for Every Woman's Heart. You belong to the Father. You have always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours. Luke chapter 15, verse 31. The older son is busy working hard in the fields when his prodigal little brother shows up. It seems big brother is likely the striver and the performer, the perfectionist of the family. He has done his part. He has sacrificed. He has held it all together. He doesn't want to go inside the party celebrating the return of the prodigal. This is not the way he believes life works. In his world, you hustle for your worth. You trade effort for affection. You earn everything that's given to you. So the older brother stands outside alone. That's why what comes next is so beautiful to me. His father came out and entreated him. The word entreated means to ask someone earnestly. The father wants his son to come into the house, the place of belonging, into a space of grace. Then the father calls the older brother dear son. It is a reminder of his true identity. When we are hustling and working hard, we can so easily forget who we are and how much we are loved. The father also said, "You have always stayed by me, and everything I have is yours." In other words, remember our relationship. Remember you have no reason to strive, nothing to prove. The story ends, and we don't know if the older son ever chooses to go in. But I know this. Today I'm stepping back into the house. Today I'm choosing to belong. Today I'm going to believe what the Father says to and about me. God, thank you for inviting me out of striving and into your abundant grace. Amen. That's beautiful. And now from the Daily Stoic, and this one says, seeing our addictions, from Seneca. We must give up many things to which we are addicted, considering them to be good. Otherwise, courage will vanish, which should continually test itself. Greatness of soul will be lost, which can't stand out unless it disdains as petty what the mob regards as most desirable. What we consider to be harmless indulgences can easily become full-blown addictions. We start off with coffee in the morning, and soon enough, we can't start the day without it. We check our email because it's part of our job, and soon enough, we feel the phantom buzz of the phone in our pocket every few seconds. Soon enough, these harmless habits are running our lives. The little compulsions and drives we have not only chip away at our freedom and sovereignty, they cloud our clarity. We think we're in control, but are we really? As one addict put it, addiction is when we've, quote, lost the freedom to abstain. Let us reclaim our freedom. What that addiction is for you can vary. Soda, drugs, complaining, gossip, the internet, biting your nails. But you must reclaim the ability to abstain, because within it is your clarity and self-control. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Now, let us move on to this day in history for January the 8th. In 1877, Crazy Horse fights the last battle. In 1815, the Battle of New Orleans. In 1867, African American men gained the right to vote in Washington, D.C. In 1946, Elvis Presley receives his first guitar. In 1963, Mona Lisa exhibited in Washington. In 1976, Ragtime wins the National Book Critics Circle Award. In 1901, Colorado cannibal Alfred Packer is paroled. In 2011, Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords injured in shooting rampage. In 2016, infamous drug lord El Chapo is captured by Mexican authorities. In 1642, astronomer Galileo dies in Italy. In 1959, Fidel Castro arrives in Havana after deposing Batista's regime. In 1972, NCAA grants freshmen eligibility in football and basketball. In 1790, President George Washington delivers the first State of the Union. In 1918, President Wilson delivers 14 points speech. In 1992, President George H.W. Bush vomits on the Prime Minister of Japan. In 2002, President George W. Bush signs No Child Left Behind Act into law. And in 1940, Mussolini questions Hitler's plans. And as usual, let's go on to a couple of words of the day. Our first word of the day is subitaneous. Subitaneous, S-U-B-I-T-A-N-E-O-U-S. Adjective, Latin, mid-17th century. Two definitions. The first, that occurs or is manifested suddenly, spontaneously, or in haste. Sudden, hastily, unexpected. The second, of an egg of certain invertebrates hatching very soon after being laid without a period of dormancy. Examples in a sentence. The pop star's arrival was subitaneous, but still excited the crowd. Our next word of the day is grimoire. G-R-I-M-O-I-R-E. That is a noun, French, mid-19th century. G-R-I-M-O-I-R-E. French, mid-19th century. A book of magic spells and invocations. In the witch's grimoire, featured heavily in local legend. So there are your two words of the day. So let's find our inspiring quotes. All right, let's see. I just had one. All right. So this one comes from Kurt Vonnegut. Love. There is love enough in this world for everybody if people will just look. There is love enough in this world for everybody if people will just look. And let's get another one. I know I've got one. This one is from Oscar Wilde on hope. Experience is the name everyone gives to their mistakes. Experience is the name everyone gives to their mistakes. Awesome. So if you're watching this now, I will be going live at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time today. I hope to see you there. In the meantime, please stay safe, be kind to one another, and happy yarning. Bye now.